Time's up, ma'am.
And I can't let this day go by without telling you how ashamed I am. Why didn't you see this coming? I knew it would be coming. I knew the bubble would have burst and everything would hit the bottom. And what you're doing to these people is not respectful. You can ask for our respect, but you don't want to give it to the workers. These people are vested. That word means invested. They have invested their lives in Collier County schools. And all you can do is tell them goodbye. You're going to vote to say goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. That is not right. That is just not right. And I don't know how you can go home tonight, look yourselves in the mirror, and have any conscience about it. I am just so upset because what you're doing is wrong. It's just morally wrong. And where were you? How could you give Mr. Baker $500,000, put football fields all over the county at $2 million apiece, and not have money for your staff? How could you? You don't deserve a job because you didn't see it coming and you just wasted the money on frivolous things and not the workers who have worked for you for years. Years. I am so ashamed that you are the head of Collier County School. Yeah, you should be ashamed.
Rosa, good job.
I'm a teacher in Collier County Public Schools. I'm talking as a teacher and a taxpayer. I have a question, and I'm going to sort of answer my question in being courteous to the people here. My first question is, why are there no translators? Most of the people here can't necessarily get the innuendo and the subtleties of our language, and I think that we could have sprung a little bit of extra money to have a translator. For that reason, I'm going to say a third of what I intended to say, but I'm going to double it in Spanish. If anybody needs Haitian Creole, please let me know. Okay, just in Spanish. Acabo de decir que estoy aquí diciendo que por qué no hay gente que pueden explicarse en español por el hecho de que ustedes entienden, por supuesto, inglés, pero en los innuendos, en las más sutilidades necesitan un poco de ayuda, ¿no? Entonces planifico decir el tercer de lo que tenía que hacer por ayudar a ustedes. As I was saying, I don't understand either why we're not waiting to have this insurance solution. That makes me say, if there's possibly solutions, why make such a hasty decision? Yo no entiendo tampoco por qué no estamos esperando la solución del seguro. Porque, ¿por qué hacer en tanta prisa cuando hay posiblemente una solución? Esto no entiendo nada. I also want to say that I read this article, same thing. Karen said everything that I had to say, and much more eloquently and a lot more quickly. La otra profesora ha dicho exactamente lo que tengo en mi corazón, pero un poco más dispediente, un poco más elocuente, posiblemente, especialmente con mi español, que es así. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that, you know, I'm looking at that AP article right in front of me, the Associated Press article that came out on August 19th. And my question is, okay, I will quote, the School Board of Education proposed an increase Tuesday of nearly $1.2 billion in spending for Florida's public schools and community colleges in the next budget year. The biggest part of the increase, $1 billion, will be for kindergarten through 12th grade. That would make up for the spending cuts, $316 per student. The legislature has made over the past year due to falling revenues. I'm going to say I'm adding that's $84 more per student than the anticipated loss of 300 and change. Estoy haciendo cotación del periódico. En agosto han dicho que iba a tener por este Departamento de Educación y vamos a tener $400 más que la anticipación de 300 y algo por alumno. Entonces hay una ganancia, no hay una pérdida, no. So aside from that,
You have 10 seconds now.
okay, I want to say the credibility of Mrs. Carroll is not coming this way. There's a lot of mistrust. And also, Mr. Donovan, the students will be impacted. Yes, I've read about drug addicts, I've read about sex offenders.
Your time is up,
and
ma'am.
I've read from Rockford that things are not good there.
Your time is up.
Gentlemen, my name is Rosa Botticelli. I'm not a janitor. I'm not a teacher. I'm not even a union member. I'm a PTA mom. Yes, sir. Mr. Thompson, nice to meet you. You will see me at every meeting from now on, sir. I am so sorry that I didn't get involved earlier. I hate to say that with the 1 billion, that's to the B, ladies and gentlemen. Señores y señoras, si necesitan a alguien que le informe en español o le traduzca alguna información, por favor, vengan a verme a mí, yo les puedo ayudar. I just want to say that, ma'am, I didn't catch your name, Chair Lady, but you did say that we had other alternatives, and you did go on and mention quite a few, and I made some notes about all the alternatives. However, you did not mention anything about the insurance. I also know that Ms. Kathleen Corral-Tolo asked for an analysis report of the budget from last year, from this year, and I don't remember if you got it or not, or if you have your answers or not, but those of you who think that the public is just sitting behind, I have news for you. We PTA moms are looking at everything that's going on here. We can't come to the meetings, ladies and gentlemen. We're busy picking up our children at the bus stops. Okay? I made sure that somebody picked up my 3 kids. I made sure I stayed home. I'm doing my job. You people need to do your job. I will make sure that I'm here way longer than Mr. Thompson. Thank you, Mr. Thompson.
You all know that this is not about clean schools or about saving money. Our schools are already quite clean for a very low price. The people who are doing these jobs are working hard, even though the Damocles sword is hanging over their heads. This is not an 11th hour plan to be divisive, but part of a long-term plan brought into our community by radical believers in educational innovation. What our new rulers are after is orchestrated consensus. The very first step was to dump the superintendent and put into place a change agent capable of using military psyops. The first tack after that was to silence the articulate elite by using the community's popular law and order consensus. The AP students and their teachers were soundly defeated and their program cut in half so that to conform to a spuriously construed Florida legal requirement about the naming of paired courses. Then we moved to the other end of the employee spectrum at the most fundamental component of Collier County schools. The custodians are limited in their language proficiency and cannot object to a Tennessee company flinging a coin to the beggars. This is not new stuff. Don't you see? Firing the 250 custodians who are doing a fine job for very little money and outsourcing their jobs to previously little-known GCA is part of a military pincer movement to doubly envelop the resistors. With economic conditions as they are, our path to escape is cut off. We must face this regime's attack in the front at the same time we're facing it at the rear. Our union cannot provide us with a breakout from the encircling force. The Teamsters seem to be a friendly external force that have attacked from the outside to open up an escape route for us. The new insurance program that saves more than the required by the regime's amount to keep from jilling our janitors.
30 seconds, sir.
But the orchestrated consensus-making will not stop until all the children in the public and private and home schools are robotized and believe as one. We must forget about the best that has been thought and written in human history. The FCAT becomes the only criterion for victory. I say even Hannibal can be denied victory.